And welcome back to the Lair. I'm Sulk and here to bring you our next build video. Today I'll be building another tank from the World War II's line, and this will be the T-34/T-76 Soviet medium tank. First impressions, looks like there's going to be again a lot more detail just like the Panzer III, but doesn't look like there's going to be any armor plating around it, so should be a little bit easier. And not as much detail on the turret, but a lot of detail on the hull. But can't wait to get started, and let's get into it. Starting things off, let's take a look at the box. So once again, made by MENG and code WWT006. And again, here's Soviet medium tank T-34/76. Little key notes, again, rotatable turret, elevatable, finally got that word right, gun barrel. Again, glue free, but as you see in the previous videos, I like to glue these things out together. And yeah, World War II's line. On the side here, a little bit, another picture of the tank. Front profile, side profile. And you can see it looks like a very elongated rear. So the turret actually doesn't sit more to the center, but more to the front. Another picture of the tank and the paints that they recommend using. On the back of the box, again, more World War II's artwork. Nice little seal of approval here, and the different specs of the tank. So let's crack her open. So starting things off, we have 4 sprues, the hull, 2 rubber tank tracks, and another water slide decal sheet. Instruction manual has about 8 pages or so. Again, every single one of these steps have multiple, every single set of instructions has multiple steps in between, just like the previous ones. But it has 9 different steps of instructions with a lot to attach onto it. But again, as I said at the beginning, most of the detail looks like to be on the hull and not the actual turret. So hopefully it is a lot easier to put together than when I was struggling with the Panzer. But time will tell, and famous last words. But let's get started. And we are back, so let's jump right into the close-ups. So first thing I want to say is that even though it looks like there's a lot of detail on it, most of it was all pretty much was like one or two panels that you stick to the front, sides, and the rears, and it just adds everything right away. So moving to the front panel, you see it has a lot of rivets, a lot of hatches, but the thing is, the only thing you actually need to put together are these two little side marker, like looks like flashlights and a little, I'm not too sure what that is, but again, looks like another light, and a little machine gun pit. You saw when I was doing a build, when I was trying to glue it together, I accidentally dropped one of the pieces into the glue in its entirety, and you see on the actual finished product how it is still technically covered in glue. But yeah, like even though it is just a single panel and not much you gotta glue onto it or stick onto it, it actually has a lot of detail onto it. Moving to the side, you can see an oil drum and two handles. And again, it was just one straight panel that you attach onto the hull, and that's all you really need to put together. Moving to the rear of it, again, you see all the rivets, the two exhaust ports, a hatch, and another looks like another light. The two exhausts are the only things, and the little handle and the light, but again, it is just one straight panel. And on the back, at the very bottom end, you can see two shackles. On the top of it, it has two little handles that you gotta attach onto, but again, it's just very easy to put together. Especially comparing right after building the Panzer, where every single handle was such an annoyance to put on. This was kind of a nice, refreshing build because it just went together so smoothly. Moving on to the turret kind of moves up and down a little bit, not too much, and has two hatches at the top that both can flip up. But you gotta be very careful because it's actually pretty fragile, and if you try to flip the hatches open too many times, you can see stress marks appearing onto the plastic. And the only things you really had to add on to it were these three side handles. And luckily for me, especially for my hands, there's actually no small handles that you gotta put onto, so it was actually very easy to just slap these on and completely finish the build. Another cool thing that I like is, well, when it comes to the build, is that unlike the Panzer, these tracks actually go on relatively easy, and you don't have to worry about the side armor plates that need to keep everything in line. And we're back. So this kit took all about an hour to build, and compare it to the hour and a half minus the off-camera time of me messing with the handles of the Panzer, this was my fastest build yet. I'm not too sure if I'm just getting better at them or it's kind of a testimony to how easy this thing is put together. If I have to say, like, if I have to, let's say, start with any of these kits, I probably would have started with this one first because it's a nice little taste of what needs to be done and it's not too hard. So let's go into my likes and dislikes about it. What I love about it, once again, ridiculously easy to put together. Took like no time at all because it only took about an hour. And there is, if you actually look very closely, there's a lot of detail in it, but not as much as you gotta attach the detail onto yourself. It just comes naturally like that. Like you can clearly see all the rivets, where the handles go, and it just goes together so well. And another cool thing is that the tracks actually move properly without having to worry about any of them falling off or any of the wheels coming off, just like unlike the Panzer. Leave it to the Germans to over-engineer things and to the Russians to simplify everything. I actually don't have that many dislikes about this kit. Like everything, I keep reiterating the fact because I really want to just drive it home that it just goes together so smoothly, and it still looks amazing. So honestly, I got really no beef with this model. And again, let's put everything side by side. Definitely bigger than the Sherman, but it is longer than the Panzer, but not as wide. So like there, and again the King Tiger. Well, let's put it in line like that. And again, they look so well. Like they look amazing together. And again, people are kind of itching me to start painting. And if I could even look remotely close to this one and with the rest of the line, again, it'll be such a great display piece. And like just looking at it all together, it just works. So that just about wraps it up for me. Again, if you like this kind of content, don't forget that like, subscribe button, and hit that bell notification to keep up to date with all our videos. Also, please leave a comment in the videos because I just love hearing from you guys. And whatever ideas you would like me to build next. Also, don't forget to follow us on our social medias because our Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok all up and running. And don't forget to check out our website at conquestlayer.com if you want branded merch or even this type of merch to help support the channel. Until next time, I'm Sulk and have fun building, y'all. Laters.